Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you'll have seen by the title, we are doing a Ride 3 modding tutorial, and we're just doing textures today. So we're just going to make a helmet, a set of leathers, and a set of boots, just to sort of show you the textures, and then I'm probably will do a model one a little later on as well, because that is a little bit more complex, and I know a lot of people are probably only interested in liveries. So I'll show you what you need. So the first thing you're going to need is Epic Games Launcher. Just download that and install it. Doesn't take too long, I don't think. It's not too bad. Then the next thing you need is Python 2.7, and make sure it is 2.7 because you're going to need to download a Python script, and you need 2.7 for that to work. Then you're also going to need WinRAR because you're going to download this modding tools as well. I haven't uploaded them yet because I didn't want to upload the tools without the video, but they'll be linked in the description. So it'll be on a race department, so the page will be like this. It'll be on this website. You do need an account to download stuff on here, but you know, it's not too bad. But I should have uploaded it, and I will have linked it in the description. And the last thing you might need, you probably won't need it, but you might need it, Paint.net, just in case you haven't already got image editor software. It's a free one. It's probably the best free one out there, so why I recommend it. But once you've got everything you need installed, you can open up, well actually just right click this Ride 3 modding tools and just extract here. And there you go, it's on your desktop now, or wherever you've got it. I just put it on my desktop because it's easier to show a tutorial on the desktop. Then I'm going to just make a new folder, let's call it tutorial. There we go. So you're going to want to open this Ride 3 modding tools, drag that over here, and you're going to also want to open the tutorial folder, or whatever your folder's called. Drag that over here. So you want to click on import in game, and then just copy all of these files here, copy them, and then paste them over here. And then you can just minimize that for now. You can come back to it later. So the next thing you want to do is now go back to the export section here, and then you want to click umodel.exe. So you want to run that. If any messages come up like do you want to like smart screen might come up blocking it, just allow it, because otherwise it won't work. If you need this is how you export it. So what you're going to want to do is click this little box here. It says override game detection, and then on this drop down select Unreal Engine 4, and on this one next to it here select 4.19. Now this is where it obviously differs a little bit from the MotoGP 18 tutorial, because you didn't have to do this, but otherwise the meshes crash on Ride 3, so, and even the textures I think sometimes as well, so you need to do it like this because the game was made in 4.19. So now what you want to do as well, go back to the export folder, open this path.txt, copy the directory here, or if you already know the directory you can just type it in, and go back to umodel and just paste it in this box here. Copy, paste, there we go, and then just press OK. You can see it's doing some commands in the background there. And there you go, it'll open up this window here, so you can just minimize the export folder for now. So these are the game files, because they are stored in packs usually, but this can just see what's inside those. So you want to go content, assets, graphics, characters. This is where all of and then riders. This is where your helmets, your gloves, your boots, your leathers, they're all, and obviously your jackets as well, and your trousers, and the goggles as well for the supermotos. So first of all, I think we'll just do the boots. So we'll just double click boots here, and then just select whatever boots you want to replace. I'm just going to click this one randomly. Then you want to click textures, and then double click this boot 00_d.u asset. See, these are like Spiddy, whatever they are, or Siddy, however you pronounce it. And you want to press tools and then export current object. And now to get back up that other window from before, press O, and then not 0, sorry, it's letter O, just to be clear on that one. And then you can just click this little arrow, or so this little arrow here to hide the boots. And you want to go down to helmets, and just want to find the helmet you want. If you want to see what mesh or like what helmet model it is, just double click this and then go to skeletal mesh for each folder. You just check. Obviously this one here is RI, so I'm going to do an X-Lite helmet today, or X-Lite Nolan. They are the same. I can't remember the directory off the top of my head, so I'll okay, it's the next one, so 18. So you are. So once you've found the one you want, press O again and go to textures here, and then just select a texture to export. I'll just do this one. Let's go tools, export once again, and then press O. You can just minimize these helmets by clicking those arrows. Click this arrow, and then we'll go to suits here, and I'll just do the first one. Once again, textures, double click it, tools, export current object, and there you go. So then this time you want to go to tools, open export folder, now close UModel, and you can see that it's created this directory which is matching the ones that you've just extracted the files from. So you'll see it's the boots, and then if you go to this helmets, you'll see it's the helmet, and then if you go to the suit, you'll see it's the suit. So we'll just close these for now, we'll open them again in a minute. Just go back to where it says UModel export, just copy this assets folder, go back to your tutorial folder from earlier. You should probably still have it minimized, so we can just reopen it again. Go RIDE 3, content, and then right click, paste. Now the reason I did that was just to recreate the folder structure of the game. You can now go through and just delete the textures from this folder because you don't need them. It's just this copying and pasting these folders was just to create the structure, because it has to be in the right structure later on. But if you don't understand that now, it's fine, because it'll make sense later on. Just do it. It'll make 100% sense then. So then you can go back to the root of your tutorial folder or whatever folder, make a new folder once again, and just call it textures. Yeah, just call it textures. Okay, call it that. We can open up again the UModel export folder that we had minimized earlier, and assets, and just take all of the textures and paste them in this textures folder. Just the only reason doing this just is to keep them more organized, really, so you don't lose your textures. So same with the helmet, and then same with the suit as well. Cut and paste. So now you can close this UModel export window, and now you're going to want to open Epic Games Launcher. So you're going to want to sign in and everything. And once you get here, you want to go Unreal Engine, Library, and then press this little engine version here, and then click install. I'm not going to do it because I already have 4.19, which works perfectly for RIDE 2. Sorry, RIDE 3. I could just call it RIDE 2, can't believe that. But yeah, it works perfectly for RIDE 3. I think 4.21, which is the newest version at time of recording, should work as well, but I know that definitely 4.19 works like 100% because I've done textures and models with it. Once you've got that installed, you can just open it up. So you can see it coming with Unreal Editor here. It's taking a little bit of time to load. So you'll be faced with this. So you want to click New Project here, and then yours will probably be like this. I'll probably say with starter content. So then you want to click it and press No Starter Content, and you want to click these three little dots here, and navigate to your tutorial folder, which obviously for me is on the desktop. Or well, it doesn't have to be called tutorial, obviously, as I've said a few times. But inside this folder, again, just to keep it more organized, just make a new folder and call it Unreal Project. I mean, it's sort of unnecessary because it makes a new folder anyway, but it's just nice to keep it together like that, in my opinion. But obviously you can also always dodge that, and you don't have to put it in the same folder either, just again to keep it more simple. Select folder, and then name it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it tutorial, and then click create project. It'll take a few seconds to create the project, but shouldn't take too long. So we'll just wait for it to load up now. So you can see it is loaded up now, so we can just minimize this for now. We will come back to it in a second. Now you're going to want to open all of your textures that you exported earlier. And this is where we're going to make the edits. Well, I'm just going to take some textures from MotoGP 15, I think. So, sorry, excuse me while I try and navigate to this. Probably, I've got some really weird names for my mods. So I'll take Petrucci's, Leathers. In fact, we'll just take everything from Petrucci, so his ID is 516. Okay. And then helmet. Again, looking for 516. There he is. Okay, let's make it easier. So, just pretend that I've made these. It's just to make it easier because it'll take too long otherwise. I hope that this fits on the model. I assume it will, but it also might not. So, if it looks a bit off, then that's just because I'm using a texture that doesn't work properly. But anyway, it still demonstrates the fact that the texture has changed. So that's all alright. So now you can go back to the Unreal Engine, and you want to open your tutorial folder. So just click the File Explorer and just go Desktop, Tutorial, and then go Textures. Select all 3 textures, or how many you're doing, doesn't matter. So it doesn't have to be 3. Drag it in. You can see it said importing there, but sorry, the window was over it. You can see they're all in here now. You want to press this. In fact, you can go File, Save All, save all of them, and then just go File, Content for Windows. So we're almost at the end of the procedure now. Wow, so that was a really weird way to phrase that. Not gonna lie, but yes. We just gotta wait for this to cook. It shouldn't take too long. We've only got a couple textures here. So yeah, there you go. So we're done already. So now we can close Unreal Engine. We don't need that anymore. And we can go back to that Unreal Engine folder. So Unreal Project, the name of your project, and then go to Saved, Cooked, Windows No Editor, Tutorial, or whatever your project's called, Content, and you'll see all these are here. Now you want to open up the tutorial folder again, or whatever. You know, you get the gist at this point. Either it's called tutorial or whatever you called it, you should know what folder it is. You go to Ride 3, Content, and now you're just going to place them where you found them earlier. So like the boots were in Asset, Graphics, Characters, Riders, Boots, Boots 05, Textures. So that's why we copied the structure earlier, because the structure's already created for us. We just have to put the files in there. So select all 3 of these folders, files, that say boot00_d. Select them, right click copy, and then paste them in here. And then let's do the helmets then. Characters, Riders, Helmets, Helmet 018, Textures. Select all these helmet 014_d, copy, and paste them in here. And then finally do the same with the suit as well. And then select all 3, copy, paste. So we can close this side, move this over here just to make it. I just prefer to have things over here. It's probably slightly closer to where I'm sitting, so that's probably why. If we go back to the root of this folder again, here, you finally run this repack command.bat. So just double click it, come up with the command window for a few seconds, and there you go. It'll make this folder. I mean, it might vary in size. Obviously, if it's 0, then there's something wrong. But yeah, it won't obviously be exactly the same size, and it'll be called this by default. I mean, you can edit what it's called. You can right-click the bat file and press Edit, and change what's here. Or every time it's been packed, you can right-click that file, rename, and just put anything you want where this X is. Don't change any of the rest of it. So I'll just call it tutorial. What you're going to do is put _p. Now by the time I've uploaded the tools, it'll probably just do that for you already. So like it'll already have the _p. So you just have to change where the X is. You know, change the text, put any text there that you want. Just press enter. So now we're pretty much at the last step. Go to your Ride 3 directory. If you don't know what that is, it was in the export folder. Sorry, just hiccup there. It was in the export folder in path.txt. So you can copy this again if you don't know where it is, although I'm sure you probably do. And just click this bar up here, paste, and then press the arrow. There you go, you're in. There you go, Ride 3, content, packs. And then what you're going to do is just paste this pack that you've just made into the game. Simple as that. You can close all your folders. That is it. It is done now. So last thing to do is just check that it works in game. Now, by the way, I have absolutely no idea what assets I've replaced. I just picked random ones. So it might be quite hard for me to find them, but I'll try and do it as quickly as I can. I'm also going to be doing it on the keyboard because my controller isn't synced at the moment, but I can navigate through menus pretty quickly with that. Now, if it doesn't crash here, then you're probably in the clear in terms of how it's worked. Because usually it'll crash on start, but then not always. Sometimes it will let you actually get to the point where you're disappointed it's not worked. Yeah, obviously as well, of course, if you just haven't replaced the folder correctly, or the file correctly, should I say, the game won't detect anything's wrong because it's not going to load in a non-existent file. So just waiting for it to load. It takes a few seconds to load. Well, it's actually taking quite a while, so there we go. Straight into the game now. Online access. Come on, we're just trying to quickly have a look what... I don't actually know the keyboard control, so I do apologise. Apparently I've received stuff from the Milestone team. Okay, we'll leave that for now. So go well, you should know how to change your rider. No, it is my rider, isn't it? No, it's customised rider, there you go. So, race outfit, whatever. Select it. So we'll have a look now. So it was a X-Lite helmet that we did. Wow, this game is pretty loud, isn't it? We'll find it eventually. Oh, it's an X-Lite, that'll be why. There you go. This is the texture that we changed. So you can see that that has worked. Not going to buy it because I don't have enough credits for it, but we can still show it off. So racing suit, that was I think it was probably the first one of D&E Easy, wasn't it? Okay, maybe not the first one then. Oh yeah, there it is. So you can see that this texture has also worked in the game. We'll go down to boots here. I don't know, I think it was Axo, was it once that we replaced? I'm not 100% sure. But you get the idea. That the textures were replaced correctly, so hopefully you... In fact, I'll just close the game to make it easier because it's a little loud, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully you could understand what you could hear what I was saying when I was on the game. But hopefully that all worked for you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on. I'll link a race department thread in the description, so you can feel free to ask me on that thread. Ask me in my PMs on race department or comment on this video. Any problems. Try to be as detailed as you can though, because it's quite hard to help when there's little given. But I hope you enjoyed that. Happy modding, and I shall see you in the next video if you choose to subscribe. Yeah, of course, if you like this video, I mean, I know it's a tutorial, but really appreciate if you give it a like and subscribe, because I do MotoGP and Ride. Well, I'm going to start doing Ride 3 modding videos now after this, so hope you enjoy that kind of thing.